remember it's critical and crucial that you hit that bell notification, you subscribe to the channel, and you comment and hit that like button down below to help us move through the YouTube algorithm as we're being censored and we're being suppressed by the powers that be as we're giving you all the breaking news, coin updates, and lawsuits with XRP and the rest of crypto. As you're going to see, the U.S. government is claiming rights over all of Ethereum now as the push for the 2024 cashless society continues. Subscribe for all the updates. Peace and love.
XRP price and the Ethereum price, you can see what happened beautifully was when we breached this green fib circle up here at about 150 or $1,507.58. We came down to your next area of support, which is the top part of this blue trading zone, which what we were talking about back last week was there would be major reason to think you would bounce there because look at all the support you had inside this blue trading box back down here. So that's only logical to assume that that would be a spot where you could bounce up from, right? Off of that blue trading zone. And then what you would look at now is this intersection right here of the green fib circle uptrending and the blue fib circle descending and the moving averages falling. If you bounced off of here, a logical resistance point would be somewhere on this blue fib circle or this green fib circle after some kind of a bounce, right, and a rally from the buyers being down here. These two fib circles would be logical areas of resistance. And if you're trying to get bullish, you have to get on top of these two fib circles, form a base just above them, and then try to build enough momentum to power your way through this volume indicator that when you're coming through it from the bottom side, it acts as bearishness and forces the price down. Comes at it from the bottom side, acts as bearishness right there and forces the price down, right? So that's what we're looking at here. You got your short-term major upper resistance now is these two fib circles, the blue fib circle and the green fib circle. And then this red support zone, right? This red trading box, which is the volume indicator box, and that's all major sell pressure on the way up. 1494 is initial, 1769.76 is major upper resistance, and $1,117.29 down here at the bottom part of this blue trading zone is your major underneath support right now, right? So that's what we're looking at there in Ethereum. We'll go look at Luna Classic real quick. You can see Luna Classic, we're still bouncing on that neckline that we talked about I believe this morning, but if you're looking at this, you could say this could be somewhat of a double bottom right here, a local bottom one, bottom two, and if you're drawing a pattern, you could say that kind of looks like a double bottom or W reversal pattern, and if that is the case, and you can break above this level right here, which coincides with that level right there, you could make a nice run and do something like this, and then that forms a big sort of double top up here, and that's what we're watching for. You want to hold this support level right here at the 0.000288830, right, which is the neckline. As long as you can hold that, you can make another run all the way up into this area, the 0.00047,309 range, right? And that's what we're looking at because you got your lower support. It's the fib circles below it. The first one is at 19,704. And then the next area of support, if on a big breakdown, would be this slim little orange trading area down here that we have. Oh, let's get rid of that. This orange trading area. You can see where you got resisted back here before the big breakout. And then that would be along the blue fib circle and the orange line down here at about 13,200, right? So that's what we're looking at. Short term, you need to hold this blue area, this blue neckline, this uptrending support. As long as you can hold that, you can try to come up and maybe even hit a nice local double top or breach it. But if you break this blue line, you're likely to fall quickly down to the 18,152. And then the next area of support is this orange level below that, right? If we look at algo, you can see algo's been on a huge pump today, huge pump. And if we zoom out a little bit to the 3-hour time frame, you can see algo. The last time we talked, you can see it was getting, it was getting support and resistance. It was getting resistance off of the top part of the volume indicator and this 35.5 cents, and it was getting supported at the bottom part of this volume indicator, right? And you can see after the last time we fell off, we jockeyed in position for a while, got rejected the other day off the top part of that resistance zone, came back down, got supported, and now we're trying to peak our head back above it. And if we can get above this red resistance zone, which is the volume indicator, so it should act as bearishness, if you can get above that, you can make a nice run up to 35 cents, right? And then if you could break that, your next level of resistance would be this old channel that you were in if you just drew it out, which coincides with that 35 cents, right? Looks like we had some kind of resistance box up here. We did. See, we had a nice resistance box before we changed our color scheme a few weeks ago to make it a beautiful color. You can see that would be your next area of major upper resistance in algo, right? So that's what we're watching out for, is that critical area right at that 32.5 cents to 33 cents at the top part of this red support box. If you can nip above that, you can come up to 35 cents very quickly. If you get rejected, you're coming back down to 27 cents, right? And then if we look at the altcoins, if we look at Raven, you can see Raven is still sitting down here in this consolidation zone. And if you were looking for a big pump in Raven coin, you would want to buy it on this support zone, because support zone, it pumped. Support zone, it pumped, right? Support zone, it pumped. And that's where you want to buy it if you're trying to play a pump and gambling on the coin. You want to buy it where it's down at now, right? Let's get rid of that. Oh, come on. You want to buy it where it's at now, on its major support level, that it's essentially the lowest this coin's ever been, right? It's getting awfully close to all-time lows, but it's been holding these levels, and that's where you would want to buy it down here if you're trying to play a big pump gamble. As you can see, there would be a targeted move up there. You would have your major resistance on a descending line just below the red volume indicator zone at about 0.00136242, right? That would be an area that you, if you bought this, whoopsie, I keep deleting that. If you bought this down where it's at now, oh, I don't know what I deleted there. If you bought it where it's at now, oh, I deleted the one above it. If you bought it where it's at now on that support, this would be an area that you would look to sell it if it got up into that area, which would be a 40 or 50% move. But you have to know, if we zoom out here to the daily time frame, should be long enough. Zoom out to the daily time frame, you can see if we broke that level though, you're in price discovery, right? The price has really never been down that low, and you're going to be in an area where if you broke this any area of support down here, we're going to change that to purple. This last area where there's support, this is where you would quickly fall down to if you broke this current level in the 4-hour time frame that you're on right now, where you've continued to bounce, right? So that would be a pretty big fall if you're trying to play a swing trade to the upside with our industry exclusive measuring tool. If you did break this area right here, that'd be 11% fall down to your last sort of any support before you're in price discovery, right? And then if we look at DAP, you can see DAP, it has come all the way back down to the 200-day. When it was in this consolidation, the last time we talked about it, after it pumped through this area, and we don't need to go back into what it was doing this whole time. It was pumping in this green area down here at lower support, and then you would ride it into the red volume indicator for essentially 2.5 months. That's how you played it. Finally, this time it broke out to the upside, came straight through, but then we noted as we were watching it get rejected up here at some upper resistance areas just below the 0.0019360 and right at about the 0.0012544, we noted we had this big pump, big wicks, and a crash. Then we had another secondary pump, big wick, and it crashed back down, but it was subtly lower than that high. And then the next pump was lower than that pump, and then it crashed. And then this one on a relief rally pumped up slightly higher than this, but we noticed the volume peaked here and was steadily declining. Even after that little miniature peak there, it was just declining down. And we noted that if this came back through this red trading area and got underneath it, that if it broke that, it would start acting as resistance, and it was going to eventually end up back down here on lower support. So right now, if you're taking a gamble on the 200-day, you want to have a stop loss right below that 200-day, because if it breaks that, we're coming all the way back down here. And that's where I do still think this is going after it had that massive, crazy pump. Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Peace and love to you. Yes.